Hey guys, welcome back here to our screencast for class. Today we're going to pick up where we left off from our IBAction work. So we're going to continue working with our Make Me Blue app. We're going to take a look at the next kind of progression here, working with UI buttons and IB actions. So now we're going to really start showing you how you can make your apps interactive and give the user the ability to hit something on your app and make a change occur here. So let's get right into it here. So the first thing we're going to do, so we're going to continue with this. So we've got our Make Me Blue label. Just to review again, we've made our outlet. We've got our IB outlet. We changed the text color to blue. Okay. When I left off here, I gave you a challenge. See if you could make that background color a different color of the label. So if you tried that out, great. Here's how that would look. I would just go Make Me Blue label dot background color. Okay, so again, that label's got the property to change that, and then I could just go UI color, and I'll go red color. All right, so we'll kind of contrast that blue here. So let's run the app just to show. So if you tried that out, you can see how you did there. If you figured it out, great, very good to hear. And you see my label now has the red background to it. Okay, so either way, let's move on here to the button now. Okay, so the first thing we got to do is add a button to our storyboard. So again, in our object library, we're going to find a button. You notice there's bar button and all. Again, well, those are things that'll come later, but for right now, we're going to focus on just a standard button. Let's just drag it to the left guideline and put that below Make Me Blue. Let's go ahead, we're going to change the text. So just like a label, I can double click on it and change it here, or I can, with the label selected, change it in my attributes inspector right here. Okay, so for this one, I'll change it on the storyboard. We're going to say change to red. Okay, so that's going to be the name of our button. Okay, also with the button, sometimes it's a good idea to have, background color for the button just so it stands out a little bit more. We can do that right here in our storyboard. So with my button selected over in my attributes inspector, I can go to the button options, scroll down until I get to the view because I'm going to work with the view of the button, and I'm going to change the background, and we'll just change it to this kind of light blue color here. So again, just a way to identify that button, just to have it stand out for the user. So now we've got our button, but now again we want to set this button up to give it some functionality. So the process is pretty similar to creating the as we did with the outlet. I'm going to hit the control button on my keyboard, and then I'm going to drag and bring that all the way down here and let go. So now we have to change an item here. You'll notice my connection is an outlet. Well, I don't want that for this one. This is a button. I want something to happen. So I'm going to change my connection to an action. Okay, and then again, I want to be specific with the action name here just so I know what it is. So we're going to use this action to change the text color to red. So I'm going to call it change to red on tap. Again, using that camel case formatting. Leave everything else as it is for right now and go ahead and click on connect, and you'll notice that it says IB action. Up here, IB outlet, IB action. So you got to be very careful that you don't just hit connect with an outlet when you're trying to do an action because you won't be able to get the same actions or functionality to occur. All right, and you'll also notice I put my action below here. And that's just I like to format it that way. It just kind of keeps me a little more organized here. And you'll notice I left a comment there, again, just a way to organize your code a little bit there. We'll cover that a little more later when we get a little more advanced. So the focus today, though, is let's just talk about IB actions here. So I want this button, when the user touches it, I want the button to do something. Okay, so we're going to be working to make that happen. I need to put whatever I want the button to do, I need to put that code inside these curly braces here. Okay, so this is my function. All right, so again, not a variable, not a property. This is a function now, meaning it's going to do something. All right, so inside this action, again, we're going to change the Make Me Blue label. Now, since we've already created the Make Me Blue label, we don't have to make it again. It's a property we can use again. So we're going to call that label. So again, I can just autocomplete Make Me Blue label. We're going to change the text color when we press the button. All right, we're going to go ahead and Make Me Blue label text color. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and set that equal to UI color dot red color. Because again, the button is called change to red. Actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to comment out this line of code just to get rid of that red background, just so there's not any overlap or confusion there. But so if you want to do that as well, it might be a good idea. Back into the action though, we're saying at this point that when the user touches this button, we're going to take the Make Me Blue label, the color of the text and change it to a red color. Let's say we want to change the actual text. Okay, so right now it says make me blue. Well, that doesn't make sense. Now if the label's red, we want it to have to say something different. So again, we're going to call the same make me blue label. We're going to use the text property of that label. And then we're going to set that equal to a string. So remember, we've got to put our quotations. And we're going to say I'm red now. So now in this one we've said when I press the button, take the label, take the text property of the label, and change it to I'm red now. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So let's go ahead and Command R to run this. And then slowly but surely here our simulator pops up. So when I click on the button, Make Me Blue should be changing. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so there we go. So I clicked on the button. My text now says I'm red now. And obviously the colors change as well. All done by simply adding an IB action. Let me move this over here. And then within the action, just specifying what we want to have happen within our app. So IB actions can be very powerful. You can, and again, the key is make sure whatever you want to have happen, you put inside these curly braces. Okay, so then that's basically saying whatever is inside these curly braces, this function will take care of it by pressing the button. So there you go. So that's IB outlets in our first video, IB actions in this one. So now you've got a little more, a little more tools, I guess, in your tool box here as we're building up, with our apps here. So, we're going to eventually work into our first app, the Hello World app, where you're going to get to play around with these concepts. But we're building here, and it's an exciting thing. So again, bring questions to class if you have them. Hopefully that all worked out for you. But thanks again for watching, and we will talk to you soon here.